Let's look at the Chapter 3 skills review. So I'm going to allow my screen to kind of be split. So our first problem on this is 4 times 2 raised to the 4th. So whenever we do a problem like this, I'm going to work it out. 4 times 2 to the 4th. So you follow order of operations. So we have PEMDAS. So P stands for parentheses. E stands for exponents. M and D stand for multiply and divide. And you want to do that in order from left to right. So I'm going to put a little arrow. And then AD, or AS, sorry, stands for add, subtract. And the same thing, you do that from left to right. So on this first problem, we have 4 times 2 to the 4th. So we don't have any parentheses, but we do have exponents. So if you want to go ahead and write this, that'll help. So there's no parentheses, but there is an exponent that's 2 to the 4th. So 2 to the 4th means 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. There's 4. We can use our calculator. We can also do this by hand. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. So I did like that. And then I brought everything down like that, and then like that. So then it's now 4 times 16, which is 16 times 4. And we can use our calculator. Fun mine. 16 times 4 is 64. Let's see what else we have here. All right, this is another order of operations problem. So 4 plus 6 squared, parentheses, divided by 4 times 2 squared. So PEMDAS again. Okay, there is parentheses. So within this parentheses, I'm going to do order of operations. There's nothing like another parentheses in there or anything like that. So we'll have to do the exponent. So I'm going to carry everything down. 6 squared means 6 times 6. So this will be 36. We have divided by 4 times 2 squared. So I just carried everything else down. Okay, so again, I need to do parentheses because I still have not cleared out my parentheses. So now I do 4 plus 36 is 40. Now that's done. So I'm going to carry everything else down. So I'm done with parentheses. No more. Now exponents is next. So this would be my exponent. 2 squared, which means 2 times 2. So I'm going to rewrite everything, except where we have 2 squared, I'm going to write 4. Okay, so I'm done with exponents. Now multiply and divide is from left to right. So that means I need to go from left to right and multiply or divide. So the first thing I'm going to do is 40 divided by 4. So if I have $40, I divide by 4 people. Each person gets $10. So then times 4. And now 10 times 4 is 40. So 40 is our solution. And you can check this in the calculator. So parentheses, 4 plus 6 squared. Sorry, there's glare there. And then close your parentheses. And then do divide, which the divide comes out as a slash. 4 times 2, and then we can do squared here, which gives us 40. Same answer. Okay, the next one. 8, parentheses, 9 minus 2, parentheses, plus 4, close, divided by 4 squared, minus 4. So this is very similar to parentheses. We're going to treat these as separate parentheses. So simplify the top and simplify the bottom separately, and then you'll have a fraction. So PEMDAS, we're going to look at our top, 8, and then parentheses. Oh, we're going to need to do that 9 minus 2. There's no operation here, so that automatically means times. So 9 minus 2 is 7. Then let's put plus 4 because we're just carrying it. I'm going to do like that. And then I'm going to keep on simplifying. So order of operations, parentheses, done, exponents, and then multiply, which means we need to multiply these because there's no division. So that's 56 plus 4. Because we did that. We still have a plus 4. 56 plus 4 is 60. So we've simplified the top all the way down. Now the bottom, we have 4 squared minus 4. So we need to do 4 squared. So remember, 4 squared means 4 times 4, which is 16. So we have 16 minus 4. The only operation is subtraction. 16 minus 4 is 12. So I'm just going to keep on carrying that. 60 divided by 12 is 5. So whenever you use your calculator for this, if you have an updated operating system, this gives you the option of doing alpha y equals. If you do alpha y equals, you're given this fraction option, and that gives you the fraction. If you don't have updated iOS, then you're going to have to do top, then simplify that, then do bottom and simplify it. So I'm going to show you this way, and then I'll show you the other way. And then you can arrow down to get to the other. 4 squared minus 4. And it just pops up. If you don't have the updated operating system, then you would just do top and bottom separately. So that's your top. And then you do bottom. And then divide them. 60 divided by 12. So those are 2 options for you. Okay, it says perform the indicated operations. So it's 5 minus 7 times 7 minus 5. 5 minus 7, 7 minus 5. So remember, this is a multiply. There's nothing between it. So we multiply. So let's go ahead and simplify over here. 5 minus 7. What I teach, whenever I teach my younger students, I do like whenever they're first learning integers, because that's what this is. Keep, change, change. And so what that means is I'm going to keep the first one. I'm going to do a different color. Change minus to addition, and change 7 to negative 7. And then you see you're adding numbers that are of different signs. And so you subtract them and keep the sign of the larger. So 5 plus a negative 7 gives us a negative 2. And then this is just a normal. What made this difficult was you had a smaller number subtracting a bigger number, which is going to give us a negative number. Now this one's just 7 minus 5. You can do keep, change, change, which you still have different signs, so you subtract them and keep the sign larger, so that's 2. So I have negative 2 times positive 2, which gives us negative 4. It says type an integer or simplified fraction. All right, perform the indicated operation. So on fractions, we all love them, don't we? Not really. This is still order of operations, but with fractions. So let's not do anything with the fractions yet. Let's figure out what operation we need to do first. So the operation would be, this is subtraction, this is multiply. So according to PEMDAS, we do multiply first. So we're going to multiply these. When you multiply fractions, you do top times top over bottom times bottom. So we still have the 11 over 12 minus, so 5 times 1 is 5. 6 times 2 is 12. And then what you need for addition or subtraction with fractions is a common denominator. And in this one we have one. So that's great. 12 being your common denominator. So you keep your common denominator and you only perform the operation on the numerators. Numerators are the top. So 11 minus 5 is 6. And you keep the same denominator. So if I have 11 pieces of pie, that there's 12 of them, 12 slices, I have 11 of them. And then I give away 5 pieces of that pie. Now I have 6 pieces of that pie left. So that's why it's 6 twelfths. And then we can reduce that. 6 twelfths is a half. So 1 over 2. Evaluate a square root. So square root, what that means is what times what gives us 25? Well, that would be 5. 5 times 5 gives us 25. So the square root of 25 is 5. Let's see. That's it. All right. If we have a square root of a fraction like this one, you need to take the square root of the numerator and the square root of the denominator. You can actually separate out like this. So we already found the square root of 25 is 5, because 5 times 5 is 25. Now what times itself gives us 196? So it would be, well, I know mine up to like 20. So this is actually, it's 14. But if you're not sure, the calculator will do it for you. So you do second and then this x squared and then put 196, 14. And we're going to leave it just like that as that fraction because it says simplify your answer. If these had a common divisor, we would do that, but these don't. Approximate the square root. So square root of 18, we need to say what is that between? Well, it says round to the nearest as needed. So we're actually just going to use our calculator, square root of 18. So 4 point, it says thousandths. So this is tenths, hundredths, thousandths. So 2, 4, and then it's 2, 6. So this 6 is going to make this one go up. So it's actually 4.243 because this is tenths, hundredths, thousandths. So you have to look one more to the right to decide how you're going to round that one. And that one, the 6 makes the 2 round up. So 5 or more, let it soar. 4 or below, lay low. Something like that. All right, same thing. Same thing. It says to the nearest whole number, so you just got to be careful with how you're supposed to round. Evaluate the expression 6w for w equals 2. So this is substitution. So 6w, w equals 2. So this is called substitution. So that means anywhere I see a w, I'm going to plug in that 2. No operation here, so that means it's multiply. So 6 times 2, which gives us 12. Same thing here. Oh, this is dividing fractions. So this says x over w divided by y over z. And it tells us w is 4, x is 3, y is 11, z is 12. So I need to plug all these in. So x is 3 over w4 divided by y is 11, z is 12. So you sub it in. And then anytime you divide fractions, you keep, change, flip. Dividing fractions is the same thing as multiplying the reciprocal. So we're going to keep the first fraction. Divide is going to change to multiply, and then flip this to be 12 over 11. You can multiply straight across, or you can simplify your cross, the ones that are across from each other. Either way is fine. 3 times 12 is 36. 4 times 11 is 44. And then you look and see if you can reduce them. I know both of these can be reduced by 4. So I'm simplifying by dividing by 4. 36 divided by 4 is 9. 44 divided by 4 is 11. So my solution is 9 over 11. Okay, this is similar. If you don't see a multiply sign or any operation, that is automatically multiply. You're following order of operations on that one. Same thing on this. You're substituting in, following order of operations. If a car travels at a constant speed of r miles per hour for t hours, it will travel rt miles. Evaluate rt for r is 64 and t is 4. What does your result mean? So it says it'll drive RT miles. So you're going to multiply R times T to get the miles traveled. So miles traveled is also called distance, right? So hopefully that helps you on that one. Say the enrollment fee for a college is $85 per hour. Complete the table to help you find the expression that determines the total cost of dollars enrolling in hours of classes. Show the arithmetic. All right, so one course, it tells us $85 per hour. So I'm going to plug in 85. What would 2 be? 2 would be 2 times 85. $170. 3. 85 times 3. $255. 4. 4 times 85. $340. Okay, so we're still in this, so it's in. Well, if we have n courses, what are we doing to each one of these number of courses? We have 1 course, we multiply it times 85. 2 times 85. So if we're finding n, we're going to put 85 times n. Oh no, that didn't work. It should be 85. Is it times? Do I have to put the times sign? Nope. Let's see. What will it be then? Show the arithmetic to help you see the pattern. Hang on one sec. All right, so I had to look and see how they wanted my solution, and they actually wanted it all like this. There we go. That's what they wanted. It said show the, to help find an expression. That's why. Okay. So let's continue. Let's see. Okay, so select the correct choice below and find in the answer boxes. So for n, the expression is equal to, n equals 20. So that would be 85 times 20. The result gives the total cost for 20 hours classes. Yes. This other one says the result gives the total cost if the enrollment fee is 20. No, we didn't talk about the enrollment fee being 20. So it'd be that one. No. I guess it actually wants the number this time. 85 times 20. 1,700? Yep, that's what it wanted. Just Find the right thing. All right, let's look at this. This is called a summation. So let me go to another sheet of paper. So it says summation. We have 7. We have I equals 1. 2I plus 1. So we are going to sum up. We're going to plug in a 1 here and then go all the way up to 7. So let's see. It's going to be 2 times 1 plus 1. Okay, so that's when I is 1. Plus, we're going to do now when 2 is I. So this is I equals 2. Plus, so you get the idea. We're going all the way up to where I is 7. So 2 times 3 plus 1, I equals 3, plus 2 times 4 plus 1, I equals 4. Plus, oh, I'm going to have to do 5 here. So that's when I equals 5. Now we got to do 2. So plus 2 times 6 plus 1. This is when I is 6. Plus 2 times 7 plus 1. This is when I is 7. So we're actually going to find. So 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1 more. 2 plus 1 is 3. So that's 3. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. So I'm finding all these. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 plus 1 is 7. Oh, these look like the odd numbers, right? 2 times 4 is 8. Plus 1 is 9. 2 times 5 is 10. Plus 1 more. 11. 2 times 6 is 12. Plus 1 more is 13. 2 times 7 is 14. Plus 1 more is 15. So we're adding up the first few odd numbers. So 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 11 plus 13 plus 15. 63. All right. All right, same thing here. You're following that same pattern. So I had 4, I equals 1, I to I. So that means 1 to 1 plus 2 to 2 plus 3 to 3 plus 4 to 4. I'm going to add those up. Kind of a silly summation. All right, next one you're going to do the same thing, but this time you're going to start with 3. So you're going to plug in a 3 here, then a 4, then a 5, then a 6, and then do the summation of that. Same thing here, but we only have 2 up to 3. So you're only going to have so it's going to be 2 squared minus 2 times 2 plus 3 squared minus 2 times 3. And so you have to do order of operations, exponents, multiply, subtract, add, subtract. All right, so that should help you on the skills review for 3. I will be on Wednesday if you need help before you take your skills check.